I think I started recording. Yeah. Can you see me? Yeah. So this is set. We covered all this, I believe. Add, clear, copy, difference, all this. Pop, remove, is subset. Is disjoint, you can just check. Okay, just apply is disjoint and check it. Is almost similar, like, what it does is it checks, you can see here, if two sets have null intersection. So that's what is disjoint is about. You can test this. So, and anything else we should discuss in sets means, so this is one. We need to talk about again generic methods or common methods we can apply. So again, suppose if I want length of some set, right? So we can just quickly apply length method len of, okay, and then you can just pass some S3 or S4. So this is one thing. And then similarly, max, min, you have these methods, right? Max of S4, min of S4. You can try all this. Okay. Any set, it's not like it should be S4. You can try on any sets. Max of S4, min of S4. And then we have length, max, min. You can apply sum if you want. Sum of all elements of a set. And then you can also apply sorting. You can apply sorting on set. But sorting, see, passing set to sorting doesn't have big impact because right why set doesn't preserve insertion order. So even if you apply that, I doubt it works. Okay, you can pass it, but still I doubt if it works because the feature or the basic characteristic of set is it don't preserve insertion order because it is not a linear data structure. If it is not linear data structure, it may not sort the that sorting uh, may not be properly applied on the set, friends. Sorry. So that is why you might try sorting, but not it may not properly apply. So now after that is we can apply all of S4, any of S4. So these are all generic methods which were not part of set class, but something which can be applied on every data structure. So okay, now you can quickly run this and check it out. Now you can see here. So we try to, you can see now we have length. That is the length. Again, this is, so just do one thing, just add that string here, okay, len format string, so that we don't miss out on this thing, okay. Next after that is okay, I should add one more quote here, okay. Similarly, f starts with and then max, and then processor, and then close this, okay. Similarly, you can try this f colon min, and then you can add this string for proper description so that you don't have confusion in the output. So, and then some space, and you can add some in the quotes, I mean processors. Similarly, f colon sorted, and then processor, close this, okay. And finally, f colon all, and then close this processor. Similarly, this one. Just adding a little description, friends, with that f string, any space. Close this and then add quotes. That's all, friends. Let's run this now. This we have tested number of times. It is not first time we are doing. So length is 7. max element 200, min is 1, sum totally it is 315, and this is the sorted one. For now, it looks sorted, but you cannot expect the same thing every time, friends, because set don't preserve insertion order. And you can see, of course, if you observe here, it is not set. Yeah, this is properly sorted. What happened now? That set is converted to list, and it is showing you sorted list here. Not this is not sorted set. If you see again, if you convert back this to set, we cannot expect again that order preserved in set, friends. So this is something. If you want to do sorting on sets, one simple thing is convert set to list, and you apply that sorting on list. That is the possible option. But if you do sorting on set alone, still there is no point of doing that because it don't preserve insertion order. That is an FYI, friends. That's all. Okay. So this is something I just want to quickly discuss before we jump to the dictionary topic. Got it, right? And about sorting thing, just keep in mind. See here, what is happening? It is converting that set to list, and on that list, it is applying sorting, and you can see the output here. It is not in a set form, it is in a list form. That you should observe carefully. Okay. But if it is set, again, I'm saying this, it don't preserve insertion order. We cannot expect sorted sets. Hmm. We there is a, I mean, we cannot say 100% it gets sorted. As per nature of set, it don't preserve insertion order, and it is not a linear data structure. It is a non-linear data structure. Got it right, friends. Next, today moving to the dictionaries. So, what is a dictionary? So this is all about set, friends. List, set, and then tuple. And the questions might be possibly people ask in interviews is always generally list versus set. Okay. What is the difference between list versus set? There are so many interview questions. I am just only quickly giving you a few things. And conversions, might be in interviews, people might ask how to convert list to set, set to list. How do you apply sorting on set? Suppose this is a question. How do you apply sorting on a set? So then this is a tricky question, right? If somebody asks this question, just answer it carefully because if you apply sorting on set, still we cannot predict that it sorts that set gets sorted because the insertion order is not preserved. So you have to tell him this is the nature of set. It won't preserve the order, but we can convert it to tuple or not tuple. You can convert it to list and you can apply that sorting. Right? Both customized sorted, built-in sort. Anything you can answer. So these are the questions generally we can expect. I mean, there are so many. I'm just giving you a heads up, quick heads up, how people might ask questions. Okay, friends. So this is the idea. Next, a dictionary. What is a dictionary here? So these are all. So this is something really very, very, very important topic, friends. Among all the data structures, if you ask me, the most used data structure is dictionary. Not even list, not even tuple, not even set. If you see, and this is having lot of usage in development. You got it right, friends. So that is a dictionary. What is a dictionary? Dictionary is a collection. It is a built-in class or it's a collection data structure. But it is a special data structure. Why it's special? It stores data in the form of key and value pairs. What it does? It stores data in the form of key and value pairs. And here one thing is important. Keys must be unique. You cannot have duplicate keys, but you can have duplicate values. Okay? And then it is heterogeneous like other data structures. This is heterogeneous because set is heterogeneous, tuple is heterogeneous, list is heterogeneous. Okay, except string because strings is just collection of characters. Okay, and it's dynamic as well. Like except tuple, all are dynamic, friends. Okay, this list, this set, this dictionary, all these are dynamic. And here, this is not a linear data structure. This is a non-linear data structure. What is that? Dictionary. And this is a non-linear data structure. I'm just saying this. If it is non-linear, don't expect insertion order to be present. And here dictionary is created according to the keys. And keys internally uses again hash code. That is the quick idea. Got it right, friends? And dictionary is a non-linear data structure. These are all the important features of dictionary. You got it right, friends. So it has something like key and value pairs. Understood now? What is dictionary means? It is a data structure where values are represented in the form of key and value pairs. Okay, how do you create it? And these are all the characters. We have already discussed this. Okay, so what are the characteristics of dictionary? We did discuss all that here. So how do you create dictionary? We create dictionary in two ways, friends. Right? You can check on these things anyhow. This is always we should check for like four or five factors. One is it dynamic or not? Second, is it heterogeneous or not? Third, is insertion order preserved or not? Fourth, is it indexing or not indexing? Fifth, okay, so can we have duplicates or not? So these things you have to always check when we look at any data structure, friends. Okay, so now this is how you create dictionary two ways. One is using this braces. And even we use same for creating set, but we had a discussion yesterday and day before yesterday. If it is set, we have to pass values comma separated. It's not key value, just values. And you can have nested sets, all that. You can have a list in set and set in list, all that possible. But point is, this is how you create a dictionary. And you can see here why same operator is used for creating set and dictionary. Because the common thing between set and dictionary is this is a question sometimes you might expect in interviews. We are using same operator for creating set and creating dictionary because both are closely related. Set and dictionary are little connected. Both try to store their values according to hash code. So values are stored in dictionary are set according to hash code. So that maybe that should be the reason why they use same operator for both. Okay, so fine, no problem. How do you create dictionary? This is how you create dictionary. If you just declare a dictionary with empty braces, then it becomes by default, these braces, empty braces represent dictionary, not set. If you want to create default set, use that built-in set method, not these braces. Until you pass some values to these braces, but it always behaves like a dictionary. Once you pass comma separated values, then it might change to set. It will change to set, not might. It will change to set. Until then, this is dictionary. And this is actually how we declare dictionary. And then what else we do? And this is just an empty dictionary. This is a dictionary with values. This is a fruit dictionary where we have group of fruits and values. Here fruit 1 is apple, fruit 2 is orange, fruit 3 is banana. And you can see here in dictionary values are, you can see here values are represented in key and value form. Right, you can see the first is key, second one is value. And keys can be heterogeneous, values can be heterogeneous. Means your keys can be string or int or float or double or anything. Double we don't have, float or boolean or anything. And values can be anything. Okay, so it's not like it should be string always, just an FYI. So this is the idea, friend. This is how you create dictionary in the form of keys and values. If you have idea about JSON, and this is almost a kind of JSON in Python. JSON in other languages is nothing but dictionary in Python, right? And this is how we separate a key and value separated by colon. So this is how we declare a dictionary in Python. Okay, fine. Next one. The other approach is the one approach is using this operator. Another approach is using dict method. Okay, using what, friends? Dict method. It can be used in two ways. It is used to create, if you see here, dict. It is used to create an empty dictionary, or second thing, it also acts as a conversion function. What it does here, it acts as a conversion function. You got it right, friends. So this is how we create dictionaries, friends. Suppose you go to this, let's try just quick testing here. Right click and then new, just a minute, new. You can create Python package first. For dictionary, you can say dict handling or something, anything of your choice. And then right click and then new and Python file and then dict intro.py. Okay. Now this is how you create dictionary. Some d1 equal to, this is empty dictionary. You can print it and you can see type of d1. Okay. When you check type, then you understand what is it. Already we did this yesterday or day before yesterday. Now you can see this is a dict. By default, braces sets are dict, friends. Okay. Next after this, suppose let's create another dictionary. Some fruit dict, right? Something like fruits underscore dict equal. This is a simple example. Equal bracer some, you can say F1 instead of big name. I just made it simple. Fruit one, apple. Okay. Comma F2, banana. Okay. Likewise, you can just create few more this thing, friends, and then fruit 3. You can just create F3 colon and again value something like okay, orange. Similarly, there are so many fruits, you can keep adding that. And here each key value pair should be comma separated. Okay, each key value pair should be comma separated. Just make sure. You can also create dictionary like this. See, list or anything. If it is, you can also just, if you want, in our coding, what we do is we don't, if it is lengthy dictionary, we split like this. This is actually the better way of declaring dictionary so that it's easy for anyone to view that values, what is there in that dictionary. There's nothing harm if you declare like this. This is something what we do when we do development or automations, whatever it is, right? Because we have lengthy dictionaries, there might be some almost some 10, 20, or sometimes 25 key value pairs representing DB names, all that. So that it might be very lengthy, friends. So to avoid that, so in such cases, we create something like DB1 colon some ABC, DB2 equal to BBC, something like that. So it becomes a very big dictionary, just an FYI for you. This looks more pretty, right, than just putting everything in one line. Okay. So this is one quick tip for you. Next, you can print it. See here, you can simply say fruit stick, right click and run this. And you can see here, you got the output. So this is how creating dictionary. Fine. Next after that, what else? Characteristics we are fine. Then creating dictionary, this is also fine. This is how we create dictionary, key and values. That's we did with examples. We are free. And here, just quick note here. What is that? Dictionary elements must be between curly braces. That we know very well. Each value must be paired with key element. That we know. Right? It should be, we should declare keys and values. Keys must be unique. You cannot have duplicate keys, friends. Okay, each key value pair must be separated by comma. Already we discussed all this. You got it right, friends. So that is the idea. And multiple ways of creating dictionary you can write. So this is okay. So this is characteristics of keys must be unique. This is already discussed again. Each key within dictionary must be unique. But however, values can be duplicated. This is the example you can see here. Data 1 colon 100, 2 colon 200, 3 colon 300, again 4 colon 200. These two data can be duplicated, but we don't have a big issue. So this is also one more example. Maybe you can see here, right? You can try this example quickly. So we did the example of fruits. This is another example which shows characteristics of dict here. All keys are unique, but see you can see 200 duplicate values, but there is nothing harm with that. We don't have any issue with that. So what do you do? Just print it. Okay, print off data again. Right click and run this. Okay, see here. Okay. So next after that, what else? Mutable. Yes, except tuple, list is mutable. Even set is mutable, and also even dictionary is mutable. You got it right, friends. All these are mutable, where you can modify them, you can delete or you can update. All this is what we call mutable operations. Sorry, friends. Okay. Mutable means you can modify it. You can update it, you can delete it, you can add something to it, you can sort it, you can reverse it. If you can make some change on some collection or data structure, it is a mutable collection or object. So dictionary are also mutable. We can change the certain value of key in place. We'll see that how to make changes all that one by one. So how do you now next one, how to add a key value pair to a dictionary. This is how we try to add a key value pair to dictionary. What is that? That dict name of key equal to value. Suppose you created empty dictionary here, right? Let me just show you. Empty dictionary, right? I want to add a key value pair to this. Okay, I want to add, let's make this as a book dictionary. Books dict. Okay. I want to add couple of books to this books dictionary. So what do I do, friends? See here, I can do this. Let's add here itself. So this is like talking about what is it? Adding our key value pair to a dictionary. Okay, how do you add books of some one equal to? You can just add like this Harry Potter. Okay, this is one thing. So books underscore dict, of course, it should be full form, full name. Similarly, suppose if you want to add one more key value pair, then what you can do? This is how you can dynamic one way of adding data to dictionaries. Okay, books of two equal to some. You can just add anything of your choice. Okay, something like Avengers. Okay, next one. Another book you can add. What is it? Book dict of three equal to. Okay, basic instinct, something like this. You can add how many ever you want, friends. Just an FYI, just showing you. Likewise, add how many ever you think that is needed. So finally, what you have to do, print it. And then print, or you print this book stick. Now run this. Now you can see. So you can remove this one, friends. These two are not needed. This is a quick check how to add key value pairs to a dictionary. So we use a key here. This is the syntax. What is syntax? Syntax is very clear here. So dict name of key equal to value. Okay, right click and run this. Now you can see this is a dictionary we created by by adding data with key and value. Got it right, friends? So this is how we can assign, update values into a dictionary through by passing keys. Okay, friends. So this is the idea. Even same thing is mentioned here. You can see here. So data of 3 equal to 400 means what we can modify dictionary. Suppose, so one thing is we are doing this here. One operation we are updating or we are adding data to a dictionary. Right? Next after that, suppose you have data, right? So let's see to check mutability. Mutable already this should be clear because if you are able to add something to that data structure or object, it is a mutable one. Mutability, mutable check. Suppose this is your dictionary. I want to modify this. Suppose I want to replace this 300 with 400. How do I replace it? I always use keys. Here keys acts as index like in list. If you want to do any changes on list or tuple or string, we use index. Likewise, in dictionary, we use keys. If you want to do anything on dictionary, maybe if you want to add something to dictionary, delete something from dictionary, or sort something in dictionary, all this is done most of the time based on keys, friends. So we use keys to add elements, we use key to remove element, we use key to sort elements, we use key to do all sorts of operations. Now I want to update this 300 here by 400 or something 500, anything of your choice. Then what do you do? Data of 3 equal to some 400. Now, sorry. Now after this, print data again after making this change. Okay, now run this. Now you can see this is actually the before updating, this is after making change. And you can see 3 is updated with 400. We are not seeing 300 anymore here. So this is the idea, friends. Got it right? So this is the idea. So is this getting modified here? Yes, right. Then if you are able to make some change on this data, I mean this collection object, then it is mutable. So we did a mutable check and we have successfully concluded that what is it, friends? We can modify dictionary. It's possible. This is updating. Actually, technically speaking, we are doing update operation. So what is that update operation? Update means replacing old value with new value. Possible, right? Then it is mutable. Not possible, it is immutable. So that is the difference. That's all, friends. Similarly, we have so many methods. When we look at methods, you understand more about dictionary. Okay, this is the idea. Next after that. So to change value of dictionary, the format is this. What is this? Dictionary name of key R in double some. You can put quotes as well. You can have a key as a string as well. That's why this quotes is mentioned. Or it can be a numeric like this. See here. Your key can be a number directly, or key can be a string. See here. Same thing you can apply here as well. While creating dictionary, you can pass a string as a key or a number as a key. It's up to us, friends. Okay. So now that is done. Fine. We know how to update dictionary now. Next after that, creating dictionary. This is already discussed, friends. Okay, this is like creating months in a dictionary. Now you can see the format which we discussed just in the beginning. See this approach. So generally in development, we prefer this kind of formatting for dictionaries. So that see, if you look at this one and this one, This makes more clear for understanding. Okay, so that is the idea. Now you can see this is an empty dictionary, right? This we know, and this one see here. So this is a dictionary of month, days in month, Jan, Feb, March, all that. And still this has to come line by line. Okay, that makes more sense, but it's okay. We can also format in this way as well. It's up to us. Now, here you can see there are few observations. Here, keys of dictionary must be of immutable type. Immutable in sense, such as a Python string, a number, a tuple. You know, right? When these keys are immutable, you know very well. Right? When you pass as a string, then it is immutable. Numbers within range of 0 to 256 or something, or 255, they are immutable. Tuples, generally keys can be tuples. In such case, even they are immutable. This is an FYI, but we have to check this. We need to check it one more time. Okay. You can see here, if you try to give mutable type as key, Python will give error. Okay. So let us check this one more time. See here, this is a mutable because list, you are passing list as a key, and let us check this. So this important point, this is very useful point, friends. Observe carefully. Keys must be declared as immutable type. Let me add this on top of this so that you can also read this statement. Okay. Now we created a dictionary like this, something like dict yeah, should be fine. Now, what is that? You can see already it's showing error. Found by, yeah, this is because we have to put codes from outside. We should make a little change when you copy paste, when we copy paste, not when I see. And also one more quote here. Fine. Okay, let's run this now. It is saying that we should get error as per our this thing. Let's just quickly check PPT. Okay, let's run this now. Yeah, perfect. Type error. Unhashable type list. Okay. Suppose after 256 it is mutable, right? Give some 1000 and see. Right click and run it. This is allowed. Probably it should be, I doubt this is mutable because maybe we can check quickly some A equal to 1000 and B equal to 1000 and print ID of A. Okay, easiest to check if something is mutable is this, friends. If you want to quickly check if it is immutable or mutable, do this. ID of B. Both should have same address. A and B should have same address. Okay, let's run this and see. Yes, if it is showing same address, it is mutable. See here, it is having both 1000 is sharing same address. Okay, maybe you can try the same in this one and see, friends, in command prompt and check, or Python prompt and check it. But it's okay. So one thing is, what is it here? So we are saying that keys of dictionary must be of a immutable type. Okay, this for now, if you look at this check, this key seems to be immutable. No problem. Okay, but check on this feature because we need a little deep testing on this, but it's okay for now. Okay, next up to that, we did this next. Multiple ways of creating dictionary. This we know, empty dictionary. This also we know, and this also we know, right? So this is we already know this, friends. This is how we create this. Next after that, creating dictionary from name and value pairs. Okay. So name and value pair means we can already create it, right? We have already discussed that, I believe. So you can see here. This is one approach. Instead of specific key colon value pairs as, okay, here we are assigning equal here. Student dict of, yeah, this is direct assignment, friends. So we are using conversion method to create a dictionary. And this is one approach. Let's test it once using dict method. You know, right? Dict is a conversion method, or it can be used directly to create something. Let's try this if this works for us. Okay. Let's add this. One more approach is this. Let's print it. The student one. Copy this, copy this. Okay. And copy this. You can say student dict as well. It's up to you, friends. Run this. This won't work here. So because why, here, if you are passing multiple values, we cannot pass all this in one go because it accepts at most one parameter. Maybe you can pass all this as some this thing. Let us just quickly check it.
No, sir, it has imported something in the top. Can you check that?
No, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
this
that
one.
first line. Yeah, that is because
Let
of
me
that.
remove this.
Yeah.
Let us remove this then. Let's
Yeah,
try
you
this
can
now.
remove that. Yeah.
Let's run this once. Okay. Thank you, Shiva sir. Yeah, this is working as expected. So because of the import, yeah, thanks for that quick correction, Shiva sir. So you can see this. This is one approach. Similarly, you can try remaining. You can test this as well. You see, you can see in first approach, you can you are able to pass group of values in one shot. Yeah, sorry friends, having a little sore throat. And comma separated, this one we have to pass as a whole dictionary here. I don't think if you pass like this works. Okay, like let us just try this student to you. If you directly try this roll colon roll number colon and then name colon percentage colon. If you try this directly, I doubt this works. Maybe in this case, right? So this is allowed. Probably it might be using all these values as a kind of tuple internally, not externally. It converts all this into a tuple and then try to convert it to dictionary. That is what that should what be happening here. Because the point is, for all these conversion methods, they take one value as a parameter. One value in sense that can be a list or set or iterable values. Usually the values what we pass to these conversion methods are iterable values, like a list, like a set, like a dictionary to other dictionary or string to dictionary, something like that. Now we are passing each comma separated values. I mean, each key value page separate, comma separated. This may not work. Anyhow, you can see the error here itself. You don't need to run it. Just a minute, friends. So there is actually we have to put codes, right? I forget this. I didn't see this. Let me try this now. This should be fine, right? Sorry, I didn't see this. So roll colon one, name colon Scott, percentage colon this one. Still it's showing error. Anything we are missing
Print
here? Print student two. This is
two.
okay, but still we are seeing error. See, okay,
We need
whenever
to
we
surround with the curly braces inside dictate. Then
Yeah,
it
that
will
is
work.
okay. See, that is okay. We are just trying to compare a similar kind of declaration what we have at line 29, even with instead of equal, we are trying with colon. Yes, curly, if you put curly, it is treated as a iterable object. That work fine. But if I try something passing key value pairs like this here as well, will it work is the check we are doing now. So probably it's not working. Let's run and see. So yeah, declaration wise. So this work don't work. If it should work, then definitely all this has to be enclosed in curly braces, as some of our ma'am is saying. This is what I am saying even. What is it? When we create or pass something to these conversion methods, what is that we should do, friends? We have to pass in most of the times, right? It should be a iterable object. Iterable means group of values as something like this, like a list or like a set or tuple or string or something like this. This will work, no doubt. But the check I am doing is something if you don't put braces and then something we try like this, will that work is the check I did. It's not working. Okay, fine. Only that is possible for this. Probably even this gets converted into a tuple internally. My gut feeling is okay. Next. And gypting, dicting. So you have one more beautiful scenario here. What is that? Specific key separately and corresponding value separately. In this method, keys and values are enclosed separately in parentheses and are given as argument to zip. Zip can be used in different ways, friends. Okay, if you say zip, you can see here all keys in one shot, in one collection, all values in one collection. So as name says, zip means combines this two tuples into one dictionary. And also this, if you want to iterate two lists at a time, I'll show you all this now. Let's cover all this. This is very useful for you in certain cases. So another important scenario, you applying zip here. Let's take this. Okay, let's come here. Okay, let's try this now. See, this is something really useful, friends. And for data engineering, definitely this should be useful because these are curated by Shiva sir. So as he is more into data engineering, he knows what kind of scenarios you guys apply on data. Okay. So here, this is one another important one. Now what happens here? As you are applying dict, this all this gets converted to dict dictionaries. And zip what? This is how zip works. So zip group of you can even apply tuple and even list as well, friends. Now we are passing tuple. We can also use zip to combine merge to two lists as well. I'll show you that as well. One scenario we didn't cover is applying zip. Anyhow, this we came to that now. We let's apply it and see. Okay, let's print it. See here. Anyhow, all of us are familiar with the tuples, right? See, all keys in one tuple, all values in one tuple, right? And we are passing it to zip. Zip combines both and then assigns to dictionary. Now dictionary again convert all that to dictionary. Dict function converts everything to dictionaries. Now let's print it. Print EMP here. Right click and run this. See, perfect. Employee number, name, department, all this. Perfect, right? So this is one thing. Maybe I think let me just put. I believe you can also apply list, and then here also you can pass list, and you can also try this as well. This should also work. See, working, right? And also where we can apply it. Suppose you have two tuples, two lists like that, friends. Let me show you useful scenario because we came across zip. Let me quickly show you how zip would be useful. Already we had discussed. This is one way, one use of zip. Suppose you have two tuples, some tuple one colon. Otherwise, you can take same data now again. Okay, copy this data. Okay, tuple one equal to this one. Okay, and tuple two. You can say tuple two and pass this data. Pass to that as a value. Now I want to iterate both in one shot. Now we know how to iterate one tuple for t in something like tuple one colon. We iterate like this, right? Print of t. Sorry, friends. This is one purpose of this thing. This is one way of iterating tuple. Suppose I want to iterate both tuples in one go when the length of these two tuples are same. Then how do I do that? You can do that by passing zip here directly. Zip of tuple 1 comma tuple 2. Okay. Then you can run this. See here. And here you need two variables. T1 comma T2. Now what you can do? Print T1. That is one thing. Comma T2. Maybe if you want, just put some space between them. So this is another use of zip function. Okay. One way of using zip is by merging two lists into a dictionary. Another way is if you want to iterate two tuples or two lists at a time, then we can apply zip and iterate them like this. Let's run this and see the output here. Now you can see here employee number 1, name Scott, department HR. Okay. So point is zip can also be used like this, friends. And zip can also be used like this for merging two tuples into one dictionary, two lists into one dictionary, likewise. Now you got some heads up on zip. You can also explore different uses of zip function. As name says, zip means merge combines two different objects. That is the meaning of zip here. That's all, friends. So this is the idea. Got it right? So we tested this as well. So this should give you a clear picture now. So next after that is multiple ways of creating dictionaries. So this is already we know very well now. So the another way is this. Passing what you can see almost what we did just a moment back. Okay, this is one way of creating dictionary, like using list of nested lists. Here you can see this is one list and this is another sub list, and we are passing this whole to a dictionary, right? Then this gets converted to dictionaries. So this is one key value pair we are passing in list. This is another key value pair we are passing in a sub list. And when we pass to dictionary, these internally gets name Victor and department sales. It gets converted like that. Okay. Similarly, what dict of what is it for? Same thing, friends. You can see we can also pass nested tuples here, and each tuple has a key value pair. You can see each tuple has two values. One is key, the other one is value. When you pass it to a dict function, all these converted to key value pairs. But here, when you are passing to dictionary, make sure you arrange them in this order, in this approach, in this way. And similarly, this one is also almost, you can have a list of tuples, tuple of tuples, or list of lists, or you can see these are all different ways of creating dictionaries. Or otherwise, tuple of lists, you can see here. This last one is tuple of lists, different approach. Maybe you can quickly check it because let's quickly test it. We don't want to spend much time on this, but this should give you a broader view of declaring dictionaries. We know one approach is like by this gives you a almost right different scenarios of creating dictionaries. Right now, let's quickly go to this. Let's print it and see one thing. This all this works definitely. This is list of sublists, which helps us creating dictionary. Okay, run this and test it. See, perfect. Similarly, you can also copy this same thing and paste it here, create it as EMP3 and make this as tuple of lists. Now we have list of lists, we converted to dictionary. Tuple of lists and then pass here. Might be you might get same output, but dictionaries are different. Okay. So now you can see this. So this is the employee 3, this is employee 2. And this is created with the tuple of lists. This is created with the list of lists. Next, after that, another scenario. What is it, friends? You can also have this EMP4, okay, and then EMP4, and then you can have couple of tuples, right? So you can make this key value pair as a tuple. But for dictionary, you should organize your data in this way, friends. It should be in such a manner that it have just two values. One will be act as a key, second acts as value. So this is the manner we should follow, friends. This is the order we should follow. When you are creating a dictionary from a tuple or tuple of tuples or tuple of lists or list of tuples or list of lists. Now run this. This works definitely, right? And last scenario is what? So we have again lists of tuples. You can see this. Do one thing, friends. Let's not modify this. Have one more, just quick this thing here. So just make it as EMP5 and then just test it here. So how do you test it now? List is done, right? Lists of tuples. Make this. And now just print EMP. We get all, so output looks almost same, but the way we created is different. That is the only change we have here. Right click and run this. See here. Maybe if you want, you can change, you can pass different values and have different dictionaries. For me, what I want is we need to quickly test all these different ways of creating dictionaries. So I choose this. Clear, right? So this is how we covered all this. Even this is how we can create dictionaries in through different ways. Got it right, friends? So that is about multiple ways of creating dictionaries. Next, after that, accessing element of dictionary. Right? How do you access? Simple, friends. You have to apply that dictionary name and that key. This point is clearly discussed in the beginning itself, right? Whatever you do on dictionary, we do it with key. If we want to add a value to a dictionary, use key. If you want to get value from a dictionary, use key. If you want to modify some value in a dictionary, use key. If you want to delete a value from a dictionary, use key. Like how you do CRUD operations, crude operations. Some people say crude, some people say CRUD, right? So you can also apply all that. So create, update, delete, and then select all those operations. So all that we do with the key and syntax is this. So now accessing element of dictionary, you can choose anything, friends. Right? So you have so many dictionaries here. I'm using fruit dictionary. Okay, again I am trying this. So from fruit dictionary, I want to get apple. How do I get apple? I'm just testing here, friends, because we are, let's go here. Or otherwise we do one thing. Let's declare this again one more time, just to have that continuation here instead of going up and down. Okay, just make it as fruit to 2. Okay, now what do you do? Now I want to print each fruit. Print each fruit. How do I print it? Print off that fruits dict to off. What is the key? That key is F1. If I want apple, pass F1 to this. This fetches or get this fruit apple associated with key F1. Now print it. See the last value apple. Okay. Similarly, you can try to get remaining fruits as well. Just a small quick change. F2 and another one is F3. This is how you get some value from a dictionary, friends. This is how we access a value from a dictionary by passing key to that dictionary name. Right click and run this. See here. This is more interesting, right? Among all these data structures, the most used data structure is dictionary. And also, you have so much with dictionary. In majority of development scenario, I mean development this thing, we use much more of dictionaries, friends. Of course, after that we use lists. After that we use tuples. After that we use set. This is how the popularity between these data structures is segregated. Okay, so that is it, friends. This is the idea here. So that's all about this one. Let's move to the next one again. This is how we access element from a dictionary. We already discussed that. We can close this now. And another important point. Suppose you are trying to access key which is not in dictionary, then it will Python will raise key error probably. Suppose see here, quickly check it. Suppose you try to access F4 also. Do we have F4 in this dictionary? Fruits list or fruits dictionary? Sorry, fruits dictionary. No, learn this now. See, we should get a key error. See, why key error? Because that key don't exist in the dictionary. Another important note here. And in such cases, always the best thing is adding exception handling. Even here, I am not adding, but you should put try except in every bit and piece of your code, friends. Just remember. Okay, so that's how you have to do development. Without try except, we can't imagine a code in development, friends. But here I'm not using because we are covering all topics and we are applying things. So I just took that advantage here. But an FYI to you is again for a actual a coding standard that try and accept always you should keep seeing in your code. That is very important. Then people think that you have that working experience. Just an FYI. At least you while practicing, make sure you add that. No problem. So we are good with this, right? Accessing fine. Traversing dictionary. Traversing means applying looping, friends. Right? Value by value. There are different ways. I'll show you probably in tomorrow's session because we already crossed 9:32. So that anyhow, all of you know this how to iterate a dictionary. See what is that for some key in. Suppose if I just try some from D in some, otherwise let me put like this. Some fruit in this one colon, just print fruit now. What happens if I just print, if I just pass something like this and try to iterate dictionary? This is fruit. I'm iterating it. What do we get here? If you just pass a dictionary and then try to iterate it like this, you just get keys or you just get only keys as output. Suppose run this now. See here. So you should get keys, friends. Somewhere. This is actually the output we just. It's not giving anything. Fruit dictator. We should get F1, F2, F3, F4, F5. Why it's not getting? Maybe let me just put some F or something and see. For this syntax is perfect. We should get all keys, friends. What's happening here? Something. Some book in books dicta. If you pass dictionary, it just gives you all list of keys in that, friends. I'm very sure on this. Maybe we'll try in some other place as well. BD. Okay. Let's print BD. Should give all keys. Okay. Yeah, there is some error. Yeah.
DB you have written, sir.
No, no,
DD
no.
temporary variable.
Yes, yes, yes. I'll
Correct.
change that. Why error? Why we are not getting output is because we tested this, right? I didn't remove. So our code is stopping here itself. It is not coming till
Okay.
this loop. So that is the reason why we didn't see the output. Now we can do one thing. Just do this because I did not just one or two, thousands of times iterating a dictionary. So this should work actually because why? If you just put like this, it by default fetches us what this of course they don't get the expected one, but if you just iterate a dictionary like this, our expectation is we expect both key and value pairs, right? But in this approach, of course, there is nothing wrong in that. This is one way, again, approach one, APP or OACH. See here, right click and run this. See, you got keys, right? We should get keys. Perfect. Suppose I want to get value, then it's easy, right? If you can get key, with that key, we can easily get value. Already we just discussed how to access dictionary, right, friends? So you want both. So with this approach also, you can get both key as well as its value like this. How some root dict of that key, pass that key as value. This is one way of getting key value pairs from a dictionary. This is one way to iterate a dictionary and fetch that key and value through iterating this. So right click, run this. Now you can see here F1 is apple, F2 banana, F3 orange. We have many more ways. We'll see that. Already we have seen there are different, again, we can apply some built-in methods and we get that. We only discussed about dictionary, introduction to dictionary and different ways to declare, different ways to extract, all that. Again, we have to discuss methods of dictionary class. Even dict is a class, right? Built-in class or predefined class. Tomorrow, what we do? We try to step into these methods and understand. And again, there is again to get both keys values together, we can apply this items method. There is a method called items inside dict, which converts all these key value pairs into group of tuples. I'll show you that tomorrow. And each tuple is iterated, we can get them as key and values. That is an interesting scenario. We are not doing it, just doing it in a programmatic way, but we are also trying to understand how it is internally organized. So that gives you more this thing, friends. Okay. So now we'll stop this here, friends. Let's stop this. Tomorrow we come up with more this thing on dictionaries, more details on dictionaries. Okay. Any questions?